There's not a lot of extreme weather that happens in California. It's mostly sunny. June is, they call it June gloom because there's a lot more cloudy during that time. And then maybe during the winter months it rains some, but a lot of the time, the majority of the year is sunny, which they probably want more moisture because they have been in a drought for a long time. But as far as that, like rain, sometimes hail, there was some snow on the mountains once. But other than that, just kind of the normal sunny, rain, sometimes windy. That was about it. I think normal, like apparel. I mean, there are a mix of areas between walking and driving. There's a few biking areas. It's not required. At least when I was there, it wasn't required to bring a bike. And I think partially because of, there's a lot of traffic there, and the dangers of that. But there are a few bike areas. But I think just in general for any mission, really you want to have comfortable shoes because you're in them, 24/7 basically. So, you want to have something comfortable. You don't want to be thinking about your feet, how they hurt all the time. And you don't really want to go buy a new set. I did end up buying, a new pair of shoes towards the end of my mission, but for the most part, they worked out. I felt like at the kind of the midpoint of my mission, I kind of came to the point like, do I actually truly have? Well, it wasn't the midpoint. It's probably the beginning of my mission. I had kind of thoughts like, do I really know like what I'm talking about, or really, have a strong testimony? Like I believed it, but I didn't know necessarily if I knew it. And I just remember reading in my scriptures one day, and I don't remember the scripture or anything, but I just remember coming across a few verses, and I just remember it kind of just hit me like, that this is the true gospel. This is the work that I should be doing. And it kind of just changed. It was kind of like a light that changed at that moment, and where I felt like I truly did have a testimony because of that experience. I'd say another experience as well that kind of helped me, get through the hard times, or really a big testimony changer was kind of really fully realizing like the plan of salvation, and just kind of remembering, there's a part of the Preach My Gospel that talks about like imagine it, or thinking of everybody around you as someone that actually chose to come here to earth, that they were once on the gospel path and they chose to come down here. And I remember thinking of that as they were saying, look at people as they were once, on the right path and doing that. I remember kind of just another light change for me, just kind of like truly these people are, even the people that, were rude to you or that you just had a nasty taste for, like they chose to come down here. And I think you see them in a whole new light, and it changes, how you look at them, and just, I think, a different perspective of how you'd interact with them. I feel like with all missions, you always hear, you go to a certain mission because there's certain people that need you. For me, I felt like that was definitely true, but I also felt a huge part was I went to the mission because I needed the people there. I fell in love with the people there. There's a lot of good members there. There's also a lot of good non-members that I really were able to bond with. And still to this day, there's a couple families that I keep in contact with regularly and really have influenced who I am. And I still go to advice, and I've been back a couple times and I'll go stay with them. But I feel like the members really keep you going through those hard times. I feel like there's always that member that's in the ward that you have a rough day, or you're just having a rough week, or you're at the brink of like giving up. You don't know what to do, and there's whether it's your mission leader or just a family that you got close with that you can go to, and they'll kind of boost you back up. A kind of way to escape from all the pressure that's on you. That's all the hard times. You can escape to them and kind of work it through. I feel like members were definitely a big part of my mission and the relationships that you build for the future. It just kind of changes who you are, and that was the other thing I really enjoyed about mission was you're never going to have the opportunity again to go into different members' house almost every night for different dinners. You go into different families, you see how their families run, you see, for me, I've learned, what I don't want in my family. I've learned things that, I really love that this family does this. And so you get an opportunity to see all different aspects of different families and how they run their family. And it really kind of builds a testimony for you of like what you want to see in your family and just kind of for future.